Hello, I'm Tamara Zubatiy, CEO and co-founder of Barometer. Barometer is a contextual engine with best-in-class brand safety and suitability products. It's a really good question, and I have a lot of answers. My favorite answer to this question is that I truly believe that podcasting is the last bastion of long-form synthesis in the media consumption world. And so in the space of increasingly shortening attention spans, people being intolerant of one another's opinions, podcasting to me represents an opportunity to actually have those long-form conversations that allow us to connect as people beyond just our opinions. We like to say we're the inclusive brand suitability provider, so we believe in inclusion by design. So our goal has always been, how do you increase the amount of podcasts that you're able to vet and approve? Because from our perspective, that's always been the bottleneck, is advertisers want to run on these shows, but historically their processes for vetting whether or not the shows meet their requirements are really long and cumbersome and manual. This creates a lot of problems, none the least of which is time to vet. But even more importantly, sometimes it can just be kind of an arbitrary decision, and you've spent millions of dollars making a piece of content, and somebody who's hungry before lunch decides that maybe that's not going to be a good fit. So we try to transform those conversations with data. So the data types that we bring forward are like, oh, you're trying to block a genre? Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what are you actually caring about? And then we can help you identify the content within that genre that still totally meets your standards. So getting rid of genre blocks, that's kind of one of our ways that we add value both to our brand customers who are able to increase their scale, reach, performance, but also to our publishers who are able to sell and clear more of their inventory, because it is often perfectly suitable for the advertisers. I think one of our positions that's kind of unique is we're trying to be that centerpiece that's neutral. And so we try to serve both the buy side and the sell side, and we believe that we give different value to both sides. And the central piece of that is transparency and consistency of information. So it's not like we have one platform for advertisers and one platform for publishers. They're all looking at the exact same information, and this has transformed their ability to have conversations from being like a he said, she said perspective to something that's grounded in a shared piece of data that they can both point to. I think embracing the differences and maybe thinking through how do I think about my audience and who is my audience and kind of what do they represent? And I think the next kind of big move for brand suitability is that it's context dependent. That we knew, but I think the new thing for this year and moving forward is it's audience dependent. I believe that it should be, can be, will be possible to dynamically update your brand suitability standards in response to who's listening. I know that in stealth mode we're working on a little something that might allow us to do that, but more to come on that. I really like the community. I'm a little weird. I've always been felt like I didn't really fit in most of the communities that I was a part of, and I always say this, and I genuinely believe it to be true. I feel so included in this community, and I always feel like there's not a table that I can't go to. There's not a room that I don't feel welcome in, and I really think that that's because of everybody's commitment to that shared humanity and shared power of storytelling.